guys, welcome back to my channel, and if you are new to my channel, welcome. I am back with another review. This review is for Marriage Bootcamp Season 19 Episode 1. So if you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell so that you know every time I upload a new video. Thank you to everyone who has subscribed to my channel. I am working really hard to reach my first 1,000 subscribers, so I appreciate every single one of you who watch the videos and who have hit the subscribe button. And let's just get right into this review. So the first couple to enter the Marriage Bootcamp house this season was Mariah Lynn and Rich Dollars from Love and Hip Hop New York. And I personally do not believe that they are actually a couple. I've never seen them posted together. I've never seen them claim each other. So I really don't think that they're together. But for the sake of this review and the sake of the show, I will talk about them as if they are actually together, which they could be. And we just didn't know about it because Mariah Lynn did come out and say that one of the reasons why her and Rich decided to come on the show was because he fails to claim her and she doesn't like that. And, you know, I wouldn't like that either. I don't even know why she would deal with him for 9 to 10 years and he won't claim her publicly, but that's on her. And maybe that's what she came on the show to work on, because maybe if he won't claim her, maybe she won't stay with him. But I really don't see Rich trying to actually settle down with anybody or have a solid relationship, because he doesn't really seem to take relationships very seriously. And, you know, he says he's a part of the Creep Squad, and personally, I wouldn't want to be with a guy who calls himself a part of the Creep Squad, especially at Rich's age. It's just not a good look at all. Another Love and Hip Hop couple entered the house next, Lyrica and A1, which I was actually glad to see them come on the show because we know that they actually have been in a relationship together. They've been together for 10 years and have been married for 5. They're separated right now because of infidelity within the relationship that we were able to see play out on the show as well. And I know that some things may be, you know, manipulated on the show, but I do feel like a lot of the cheating that was going on and a lot of the drama that went on in their relationship was real that I saw on the show. I don't really feel like Lyrica's there to reconcile her relationship with A1. I feel like she's there maybe to get some type of closure in the situation so that they're able to effectively co-parent with their son. But I don't feel like she's there to actually be with him. To me, her energy in this episode seems like she's already over him. And they are separated. They don't even live in the same house anymore. But I am glad to see somebody that we know actually were together and they actually had issues within their relationship come on the show, because it makes it a bit more genuine when we're talking about the situations that happen with them whenever they do the drills. The next couple to enter the house was Gangsta Boo and her boyfriend Emmett, and they met on the road. She was a member of 3-6 Mafia, and I think he said that he was a producer and he has a podcast, I believe. But they met when they were on the road, and they said that they've been together for 7 years, and she's ready to take the next step in the relationship. She wants to get married, but it seems like he doesn't want to, or that he doesn't care about that right now. He claims that she's very bossy and she has a really bad attitude, and she claims that he doesn't listen to anything that she says, and she feels unheard within the relationship. So I feel like they definitely are on the show for a reason. I feel like they have a lot of stuff to work out. I feel like the issues that they have is part of why this show is created, because I feel like they're not even married yet, but they're trying to get to that point or coming on the show to see if they can make it to the finish line. So I'm interested to see what ends up happening and dig deeper into this relationship when the show continues. K. Michelle and her boyfriend Caston, I think I'm saying his name right, I don't know, but they decided to come on the show, which I was actually surprised to see K. Michelle on the show. I didn't think that she would do this show. I didn't even know she was in a relationship, to be honest with you, but she's with this guy Caston, who she said that she knew since high school and that they've been together for 5 years, and he's a dentist. And she said that she didn't want to be with a guy in the industry because she said that she's been with men in the industry and they treated her like crap. So she decided to be with a guy who, you know, has a good head on his shoulders, but he's not famous. And she knows exactly what she wants. She was naming off everything that she wants. She wants to start a family. They're trying to have twins, and she said that they've gone through the IVF process, but every time they do it, they end up getting 2 boys, and she wants 2 girls. So they haven't completed the process yet. But Caston seems like he doesn't know what he wants. He seems like he doesn't really want to be in a relationship with K. Michelle. He seems like he doesn't necessarily want to be in a relationship with anybody. He seems like he doesn't know at all what he wants, and I feel like, you know, they're completely opposite in that aspect, and I don't think that a relationship like that can work. work. One person knows what they want and the other person doesn't know. And I just feel like it makes things more complicated. So I'm definitely interested to see how their relationship dynamic plays out on the show. Everyone ends up getting called into a room where Dr.Ish and Judge Toller are, and the room is set up like a courtroom, and Emmett and Gangsta Boo end up going first, and this is where they show the couple's interviews that they did before the show, talking about their issues with their partner. And basically, Emmett was saying that he feels like, he doesn't like that she's controlling and that she checks in on him all the time when he's out, which I understand guys don't really like when you text them when they're out and you're like, hey, what are you doing? Or let me know when you're on your way home and stuff like that. But I, as a woman, I guess I don't really feel like that's an issue. But if he feels like it's an issue, maybe the two of them can make some type of compromise in that area. I don't think that that's something that's difficult to work on. I just feel like they lack a lot of communication, which is what Emmett was saying, that he wanted to communicate better. But he seemed to not really know what needed to be worked on in the relationship either. He seemed to give me cast-in vibes where they don't really know what they want and they don't really know how to get what they want out of the relationship. But Gangsta Boo said that she doesn't really feel respected by Emmett, and respect is a big deal in a relationship. If they don't have any respect for you, it's almost hard to come back from that, because then when you get into an argument, you guys start saying really disrespectful things to each other. And although you guys may have said the stuff in the heat of the moment in an argument, you don't really forget things that people say to you. So the lack of respect in a relationship is something that they definitely need to work on if they want to make it to the finish line. So a lot was said when K. Michelle and Kasten ended up going next, because K. Michelle was basically saying that she has everything planned out. She likes to make a plan. She likes to, know what's going to happen next. And she likes to, you can't always plan everything out though. That's what she needs to realize, that you can't always plan everything out, but it is nice to have a plan, and it has something to do with having that bit of control over your life. And I can understand why she's like that based off of a lot of things that she's been through, but she is very successful, and I feel like maybe her planning is actually working for her. And with Kastan, he doesn't really like to have a plan. He just likes to go with the flow, and she's not really interested in doing that. And she starts naming off all these things that she wants, and even though people thought it was funny, I thought that it was good that she knows what she wants, but she's with a guy who doesn't know what he wants. And basically, she said some things in this particular scene that made me think that maybe she shouldn't be in a relationship with anybody at all. She said that she feels like men are just not good people, and I can understand why she said that, because she's been hurt by men a lot. And I can understand that when you're hurt so much by men, it kind of puts you in that mindset of none of them are good. And so far she probably hasn't met a man who made her feel like they were good, because she did say that she felt tricked by Kastan. She said that she felt like he presented himself as this really good guy, but then they ended up having a conversation and he said that all men cheat, and that's the reason why he doesn't want to get married, because if he steps out, then it's going to be the end of the relationship, or something like to that effect is what she said that he said to her, that made her feel like maybe he's not a good guy and maybe he played her in thinking that he was. But he seems to not really know what he wants, and he seems like he's not really interested in trying to get to where they need to go in the relationship. And maybe he shouldn't be with somebody who's famous like K. Michelle, because he did say that he wants some type of compromises within the relationship, and he feels like he doesn't really want to be in the spotlight or anything like that. And with somebody who's famous, it's kind of hard to avoid being in the spotlight. So if he doesn't want that, he needs to figure that out while they're in the marriage boot camp house, because neither of them should be wasting each other's time. So Lyrica and A1 end up going next, and this conversation really pissed me off on his part, because he just doesn't take accountability at all. He tries to blame his cheating on being in a dark place, and for me, that's just not an excuse. I don't care if you're in a dark place or not. That's not an excuse to hurt me and step out on the relationship. If you don't want to be in the relationship because you're in a dark place, end it. I just don't feel like there's no excuse to cheat on somebody. If you feel like you want to cheat, then end the relationship and go do what you want to do, because you're hurting somebody over and over and over again. And he claims that it was a mutual cheating thing, like, oh, she cheated on him too. But she claims that she really didn't cheat on him, because she said that basically it was in retaliation to him cheating on her, and also that they weren't together when she did have a situation with somebody else. Whenever she had a situation with somebody else, they weren't together and they weren't even living together. That's her story, and she's sticking to it. I don't really know if that's true or not, but she seems like she's being genuine when she's saying it. And we do know that A1 has cheated on Lyrica a lot and seems to lack a lot of respect for his relationship, period. And so I just wasn't really liking him in this particular situation, because I just felt like he was taking no accountability and he was trying to make excuses for everything that he's done. I feel like Lyrica said that she can forgive him, but she's not going to forget anything that he's done. And that's something that he claims that he has an issue with. Like, I don't want it to be thrown in my face, everything that I've done wrong anytime I get into an argument. But you put that out there when you chose to step out in the relationship. So now whenever she gets mad, if you guys don't actually sit down and work through the issues, that is going to come up in every argument. She is going to get mad at you and she's going to throw the cheating in your face again. You shouldn't have done it if you don't want it to continue to be brought up. And on her part as well, if she's not going to be able to let it go, then she needs to end the relationship, which she did do, because she did move out and they are separated. I feel like maybe this is just the last shot for them, but I do feel like, you know, she seems to already be over him. She seems like she doesn't even want to be in a relationship with him. She seems like she can hardly even want to be in the same room with him. That's what I was getting when I was watching this particular scene. Rich is also somebody who got on my nerves in this particular scene, because Mariah Lynn is not my favorite person at all. She's definitely not. But some of the things that Rich was saying to her, he needs to look in the mirror. He was saying that he has done some things that would be considered cheating to Mariah, but he seems like he doesn't really care about it because he doesn't claim her publicly anyway. He claims that Mariah is heavily damaged, but I feel like he's damaged as well. I mean, look at the stuff he does. He's a grown-ass man calling himself a part of the creep squad. He can't have a successful relationship to save his life. So I honestly feel like he should not be calling her damaged when he's damaged as well. And she actually admits to having some damaging things about herself, and he doesn't admit to anything. He seems like he was putting everything on Mariah in this particular situation. He was also stating that he doesn't know if they go back to each other all the time because they truly want to be together, or if it's because it's just a habit. And honestly, I feel like if they truly are in a relationship, I feel like they go back to each other out of habit, not because they genuinely want to be together. Because the stuff that he was saying to her, he has zero respect for her. He was literally saying that the reason why he doesn't publicly claim her is because he's disgusted by some things about her. Maybe some things that she may have done in the past. But who is he to say that she's disgusting for things that she's done in the past? And he calls himself a part of the creep squad. Like, he's one to talk. And the things that he was saying to her, I'm sorry, I don't understand how Mariah even decided to come on the show with him. I hope they got paid a hefty penny to come on there, because you could not pay me to sit in a room with him and say the things that he was saying about her. Like, he has zero respect for Mariah at all. After all the couples finish the drill and they assign rooms to each other, A1 and Lyrica end up having a conversation one-on-one with Dr.Ish, and I feel like he sensed there was a lot of drama and tension between the two of them, so he felt the need to go and have a conversation with them. And basically they were saying that they didn't really have drama and all this tension in their relationship up until he started stepping out on the relationship, and that's exactly what happens. I'm sorry, and I'm not trying to put everything on men, but in relationships, a lot of the times, once somebody cheats, it ruins the relationship, to be honest with you, because you don't trust the person. There becomes a lot of drama that wasn't there before, and then when the relationship turns like that, then the guy wants to say, oh, well, you weren't like this before. Yeah, because you didn't cheat on me before. Now you cheated on me and everything has changed. Now, if she can't get over it, though, then there's no reason to stay with him, because then you're going to make yourself sick with the drama, and he's going to get sick with the drama as well. And you guys are just putting nothing but stress on each other. So I feel like he did do wrong, but if she can't get over it, then there's no reason to stay in the relationship anymore, because there's never going to be any trust again. And, you know, they got into it pretty bad, because she was saying that she's tired of him trying to make it look like it was a mutual cheating situation when it wasn't. And basically she did say that she doesn't even know if she's in love with him. I don't think she's in love with him at all. I think she has love for him because they've been together for quite some time and they have a child together, but in love with him, no, I don't think she is. And A1 ends up getting pissed off during this conversation and threatens to go home. So that was the end of this first episode of Marriage Bootcamp season 19. I'm excited to see how the rest of the season is going to go because I feel like this is going to be a really good season of the show. So let me know what you guys thought about this episode down in the comment section. Don't forget to hit that like button for me. I appreciate it. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more videos and hit the notification bell so that you know every time I upload a new video. Thank you so much to everybody who has subscribed. I'm working really hard to try to get to my first 1,000 subscribers. So I appreciate everyone who comes to watch my videos and every single person who has hit the subscribe button.